Yay.
Alrighty, everyone. Hello and welcome to a new season of Big Brother SS. It's probably going to be a while before people are seeing this, as season 16 is not finished posting yet. So we'll see when we get around to posting this. But the date is currently April 18th, and we are drafting for season 17. I was telling Stephen before this, I think, the most excited for this new cast of house guests maybe ever. Like,
Yeah.
there's just not anyone that I'm not excited for. Everyone is responding. Everyone applied. Everyone like got all their things in on time. Like everyone just like seems to want to play. Like normally by this point we like just got our final cast member solidified like right before the draft. And we've kind of been like sitting with these people for a while. Like it's been exciting and everyone seems
Yeah.
excited. And I think this is just gonna be a really good group of people. I think it's a really great mix.
I think it always
Stephen, preliminary thoughts?
yeah, I think it always is so interesting how we have such preseason preconceptions of people and it literally changes as soon as they go on out. So it's always interesting recording thoughts before we really get to know anybody. But the house guests have received the cast for the move in for their first list of the season. So they know who everyone is. We know who everyone is, and I'm excited to give our thoughts before they interact.
Alrighty. So with
Hopefully,
that
everyone
being
can hear
said,
me.
let's
I am in the
jump on
Dominican
in.
Republic.
Steven is in the Dominican Republic. I am in Central Park, essentially the same place. Okay. I will be picking first, as I have as a lovely reminder for people. One last season's draft, as well as 12 out of our 16 previous ones. Um, I have a few people as early picks that I have in mind. But on the whole, I really bet this is the season I'm going into feeling the least sure about because there's actually like almost no one that I'm like, you're not going to win. And I say almost no one because there are like a few people where I'm like, second. And that's okay because preseason stuff really nothing. With that being said, I've got three people that I do have my eye on that I would love to have on my team. There is no way in hell we have three of them, but we're going to go ahead and try. For my first, I usually try and my first pick someone that has experience playing games before. Generally, I feel like they are more apt to do well in these games, even though we can have some breakout new players, and I think we will this season. However, for my first pick, I think this person, both Steven and I, when we first met them, were immediately like, oh, like very likable. I think really good at games. I've played one mini with this person for about maybe 15 minutes before I was brutally murdered first. Which devastating loss for that mini, but that's okay. I don't know. I think this person can be really social, really funny. In the brief rankings that we've seen come through from people, I'm not going to base it off of this, but like people have had him ranked very high in one or two pretty much universally. Um, so I feel pretty confident about this pick. I think he is the most connected person on this cast. Um, and I'm excited to see what he does, especially given the time difference that he is facing. So my first pick is going to be Damon.
That's a good first pick. Uh, Damon, I think, is someone who's just like pretty likable. I agree that this is like the first time in a newbie season where we have like at least a little bit of information to work with. Uh, because people are starting to send in their rankings for the partners list. Um, and I think that might influence me a little bit as we go into this draft. But I think Damon is someone that I think people tend to naturally gravitate towards him in games. So we'll see how it goes. But I think it's a great first pick. And do I get two picks here?
So you get two picks here, and then we just go back and forth for the remainder. So Stephen, who is your first pick of the season?
Uh, well, Scott, I told myself that if you didn't pick this person first, that I wanted to, out of spite. So
Okay. Oh, okay, go for it.
I'm gonna pick Jason, um, who might have a little prior relationship with someone on our
Oh, oh,
production
I'm so
team.
mad.
I'm surprised you didn't pick him first,
I
but
oh wait, quick question. If I picked him first, would you have taken Damon?
yeah, I probably would have.
Okay, I assumed that I wasn't getting both of them. I thought, or sorry, I assumed that I could have gotten Jason had you not picked Damon.
Yeah,
Damn it! I'm
I
really upset
figured that
because
was the plan.
Jason is my winner pick for the season.
Woo.
And I literally was walking up here and I was like, you know what? No, I don't want to screwed away from picking Jason, and I should just pick him first and not try to play it. But I did try to play it, and the last time I tried to play it was one of the few times I've lost the draft. So you know what? If I lose, that's what I'm doing.
You never know. But Jason,
It's
I
root
think
for
I don't know Jason as well as
Okay,
you do.
continue.
Obviously, I don't
I'll
know
go with
Jason.
Jason.
Okay, I don't know Jason as well as you do, obviously. But I mean, just looking at off of the initial reactions to the cast this morning from him, um, I think he has some good reads. I think that he recognizes Julian as being old school, which I think is interesting. 1,000 plus day streak with Damon. Okay. Um, but yeah, I think from his video, I liked him. And if Scott spends his time with him, then he's probably pretty smart. So I'll go Jason. Yay. Okay. My next pick.
I'm so mad. I like knew this was gonna happen. Wait, hold on. I want to talk about Jason for a second. Let me talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
Jason.
Sorry.
Um, I think I think Jason is poised to do really, really well. Him and Damon were two of my top three people. Jason is on the record as my winner pick. Yes, I'm a little biased, but all that being said, if I didn't think he was going to win, I straight up told him that I wouldn't pick him, and I'm not going to like go easy on him just because we're together or whatever. But all to say, I think he's coming into play, and I think the fact that most people that do recognize him don't have like preconceived notions of like, oh, they need to take him. I think he's going to be able to play really good groundwork. I think he's coming in as a player as a villain in the sense that like he always plays for himself, and that I appreciate when I'm watching the game and not playing alongside him. Um, so yeah, this is a great pick. I'm mad. And if you take the other person that I really want, I'm going to be really sad as well because there's three people. But go ahead.
Well, I didn't really have another person in mind. Um, I don't think it's who you're going to want. And now I'm trying to think of who you would want, but I don't know if I necessarily want them. I think I know who you want, but I don't like necessarily need them. Um,
Oh wait, go ahead and move the slide to because the page isn't refreshing on the screen share.
oh, wait, let me redo it. Hold on. Hmm.
There we go.
Who do you want? Because I know who I want, but I feel like I could wait. But also, I
Oh my
don't
God,
like
don't
the
try to
winner.
game it. Just pick. I'm not switching.
Okay.
Listen, I've got a whole list pulled up, so I'm just moving down it.
All right. I'm going to pick. I feel like I have to do it. I'm going to pick my good friend Jamie. Jamie Rayner. Um, Jamie hails from Boston College, like myself, the winner of the inaugural season of Survivor Boston College on May 12th, 2024. She also just played another Survivor game in Boston, and she got like fifth. So, like, she has a pretty good track record. She is very down to earth. People tend to like her, but she's also a very smart player as well. Um, and I was a little, not like concerned, but I was a little by her video being very short. But I do think she'll connect to people, and I think she's excited. I asked her if she wanted to do it, and she was like, "I'm good for any competition. Like, I'm so excited." So, King's my pick.
Awesome. Yeah, from what I've heard about Jamie, I think this is a great pick. I think just coming in. What's interesting about this season is we have a lot of people that have played games like this or like are very big fans of the show and like are coming in knowing what they're doing, but they're not in the realm of the fandom. And that's where I think this cast is unique because it's like Jamie is someone who in my mind is like is a very experienced person in terms of just like having experience under her belt, but hasn't played in the fandom as with a lot of these people before. So I think it really evens the playing field, and I'm really excited to see what she does, especially what is she who beat Brett in the final three?
Yeah, but Brett was also like not a contender.
Oh, Rip. Yeah, and
But
you know what? That checks out. Love you, Brett.
he beat
Okay,
someone
anyway.
else though.
Oh, love it. Well, go Jamie. Happy for you to be on Steven's team. Jamie was not who was my next pick, but honestly, it's because I was expecting you to pick Jamie in these first two picks too.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, I had on my number five,
Mm-hmm.
but so, but also had a really good pick here. Okay, then back to me. Normally, I do have my second pick. Normally, this is a person that I feel like I maybe a little further. I'm getting very big Sarah Kraut energy from her, and no, I'm not talking about Riley, the other hot talker.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
This person just seems so vivacious, so ready to play. But the difference between this person and Sarah is this person does have a little bit of Big Brother experience, is a fan of the show before, and is also, from what I've heard from them in their diary room, as well as heard about them in terms of like seen what they are texting their friend that recommended them here. Um, I think this person is like excited and ready to fully commit to this. And although that she may not have the most experience on paper, I think she's experienced enough, she's personable enough, and I just really want this person on my team. So at the end of the day, with a really strong cast, I'm picking people that I want. Rip me not getting Jason, but that's okay. My top three this season were Damon, Jason, and my next pick, who I'm so excited to have, Jimmy Suba.
Oh, yeah, I wanted Siba. Actually, funny enough you say that. Sarah and I were watching all the videos last night as I was making the compilation, and she was like, "I love Suba. I love Suba so much." So I think it's a great pick.
I'm so excited for Suba.
Um,
Suba was texting Sean this morning, and which, by the way, Suba is here to redeem the flop Friends of Sean Bierman narrative. Let me set that record straight. Um, but Suba was texting Sean this morning, and Sean was for sending it to me because, and Suba was like, "Okay, they're having me rank everyone. Here's all my thoughts. Okay, I have preliminary thoughts. I'm now Instagram stalking all of them. I need to figure that all out." Like she is,
I
I
love
love it.
her.
I love.
Awesome. Yeah, Suba, I'm really excited for. She seems like she's ready to go, and I love it. She also has no experience too, which is so great. Like I love people who just come in and like throwing it at the wall. Um, the one thing she might struggle with are prior connections that maybe she doesn't really have, and other people do. But we'll see. That's never hasn't stopped people before. So, all right. I don't really know. Mm, I here's my mind. I think I don't have a list for anything. I'm gonna pick someone who I thought you were just gonna pick, and I was like, wait, no, I kind of wanted them because I feel like that means that I want them probably. But this person I think is also really exciting. Again, someone with a lot of experience, but like not this specific kind of experience, which I think is interesting. Like someone like Jamie. or I don't know, some other people. Um, I
Uh,
actually, I actually don't know if you know this, Scott. Actually, you definitely do. I definitely told you this, but I met this person on the road as a hot dogger,
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and
I know exactly. Yeah.
yeah, she was really nice, and I think I learned even more about her from the casting process. And I'm liking her. I'm liking her, and I'm interested to see which way she goes. So I'm gonna pick Serena from UCLA. Simona Lewis
Nice. That's a good pick.
recommendation.
Karina. Yeah, I really like Karina Santos. Kind of in the same boat as someone like Jamie, in my opinion. Um, I think she's someone else that is going to come in ready to play. From what like she said in her, I think it was her casting video. Like I think we're going to see her come in and hit the ground running in terms of like trying to
Mhm.
set herself up. She, um, she seems really cool. I think people will be drawn to her. Um, and yeah, I have nothing negative. I mean, I have nothing negative to say about any of these people. But yeah, I think solid
Mhm.
in my next, but like certainly would in the draft.
I can't hear what you're saying.
This is where it gets interesting because now I could like I have the next wave of people, and I'm like, I don't know precisely what to do. I'm like, no, not you, not you, not you, not you, not no, no, no. Bring it down. I love it. Okay, I'm going to pick this thing. I think the next process has been a sleeper pick on us. I thought highly of this person to start. Um, and I think that they're going to do really well. I think they're from fandom. I'm pretty sure. Um,
Where? Wait.
and I think have a good amount of experience under their belt. When I've some people have been like asking about like the cast and yada yada. There's been more than a few people that are like, "Oh, this person's here? No way! How'd you get them? Oh, they're gonna be great." So I have good vibes about this person. I'll be very interested to see how they play, but this is more of like a gut feeling pick. I'm going to pick Danny.
Okay. Oh, Scott, his eyes.
Oh wait, are that? I forgot
Scott,
to
I will not be
full,
doing that all season. You better
officially
make a new
fully re-edit the
picture.
picture. That'll be no, 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 no. I know.
I don't want to be finding his eyes everywhere.
That's silly.
I don't know if there's some Orlando Philly or
But
just
yeah,
Orlando.
picking Danny.
I'm scared. Okay. Yeah, Danny. Well, now his eyes aren't in the turn.
That's fine. I'll fix it later.
I don't even think the red eyes look that bad. Um. Anyway.
I don't think they do either. We'll talk about it later. But for now, give your thoughts on the pick.
Yeah, I don't even know how I feel about Danny. I don't think I'm not like against him, but I don't know how. I don't have too strong of an opinion on him yet. Um. Recommendation by Eric, right?
Eric and Ava.
So I'm excited for him. I think I said Orlando Philly, but it's only 12:10. Wait, give me 1 second. I'm pausing this. Okay. Yeah, I think Danny's a good pick, but I don't have too strong of an opinion on him. But good pick. Uh, okay. My turn. Um, okay. So last time, I'm feeling very similarly about Sarah as I about Riley as I did Sarah. And last time I didn't pick her, and I regretted it that you had her. So I think I don't have anyone left that I'm like I need them. So I think I'm gonna go with Riley. And Riley is obviously someone who I work with. Same deal as Sarah was, but now it's Riley. Um, and so again, that's not gonna give her any sort of advantage. I'm not gonna favor her. But yeah, did you pick it or did I? Oh, it's bad. But yeah,
Huh? You
never
cut
mind.
out the picture.
It's bad. But whatever. Okay, what are your thoughts?
I'm excited for Riley. I from what you, I mean, the bulk of what I have to go off the preseason is honestly what you told me, and it's been like comparing and contrasting, like, oh, where Sarah was at heading into the game, or where Riley was at heading into the game, and while from what I've gathered, like both were very excited for the game, Sarah, as she kind of came off playing, was like maybe didn't know as much about the game at the time and came in meaning to be social, and she killed that aspect. From what I've heard, you say Riley's coming in, she's like, no, if I'm playing, like I'm gonna win. So
Yeah.
I'm like, gee, okay, amazing. Let's see it happen. I'll be curious to see how she makes that happen.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably
True.
one of the least experienced, which is why I'm a little hesitant. But I don't know. I think she's got solid chances. Honestly, I think being around someone that's like running the game boosts her odds, not in a way that like she'd get any secrets by any means, but like being around someone that's running it, I feel like in and of itself is motivation, like to play it. It's like it's just like a
Mm-hmm.
part of the life in the sphere. So I feel like she's just gonna have a boosted amount of like subconscious activity because it's like, oh well, if you're doing it, like I might as well play it. Like you know what I mean? So I think
Mm-hmm.
that'll also really help. Um, yeah,
Yeah, she's
I'm
very
very
she's
excited
very
to see
competitive,
to
so I think
continue
it'll
the
be
hot.
interesting.
Nice.
All right.
Back to me. Oh, okay. We're getting down to it. We're getting down to it. Um, I'm gonna pick this next person. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this next person. This person, honestly, is a wild card to me. I could see them going all the way and taking it. I could low key see them getting off possibly on the wrong foot and maybe being a very early boot. But I think there is enough upside there for me to pick this person and run with it. Do they have the most experience in games? No. But honestly, how they found us and how they're excited to play the game and I think just like interested in like this experience and time. I don't know. I'm intrigued in a really good way. I have high hopes, I think. I think a lot of people will be drawn to this person. Kind of proven in early rankings that we've seen come through. No, I'm feeling good. I'm excited to see how Cyan does. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna pick Cyan.
I'm honestly pretty surprised that we let him get this far uh, in the draft.
Since I think he was gonna be a much earlier pick.
Um, yeah, I think he's very outgoing and he's very like rambunctious. Like loves to talk. Like loves to be like hand gestures. Like love it. Like I think people are gonna be like, oh, I like to talk to him. I don't know why. Like what it is about him. Like maybe it's the mustache. I get like super villain vibes. Um, so I don't know. I'm about to play into
Interesting.
shaping, but
It's funny. I almost get the. I get like. I get like he gives me the big Jacob Taplin vibes. If
I
Jacob
really don't.
Taplin
I really don't see
was
that.
a sane game player, I get like I don't know. I get like more sane Jacob Taplin. Like that's what I'm getting from Diane. Um, and Jacob got third. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm excited.
All right, let's see.
I still can't believe we got Mason. That's whatever. Okay.
My team win this season because I think I'm about to play another one. I hate to this like pre stuff about saying. I'm thinking Asheville. Um, I think Ashlyn will is someone who is like off our radar right now. The same way I feel like Liz kind of was, and Liz was like a back-to-back two-time player who like was one of the biggest forces in each season. So, and it's also I guess because like she is friends with Liz and with and Dan and comes from like that crowd. Um, I think Liz before 15 was a little like I wouldn't say like disinterested, but like wasn't really like you know. I think Ashton could be
Mhm.
doing almost the same thing, and I don't know. We'll see. I think she's interested and she's excited, but she's like enough to do well. And she's also her only experience is having other people recommend it to her. So I feel like that's like another person too as well. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Ashlyn does. Kind of exactly what you said. And there's no shade Ashlyn because Liz is one of my favorite Haskins of all time now. And on her first season was what? The second to last person left over, like bottom
Yeah.
of the list almost both times this draft. Second time for the exact opposite reason. Um, but yeah, I just have no gauge on what she's going to be able to do. I think comparatively, and we'll see how it shakes out. I think that this cast is a hell of a lot stronger than the season 15 cast on average. I think season 15 had more obvious standouts to me, like a Julia, like a Tyler. Versus this season, I feel like has a more like even spread across the board
Mm.
level of like experience and capability. Um, which I think will be interesting because I don't know if that means that Ashland will have better footing or if that means it'll be harder to break out of the pack and she doesn't know how to do that. I just have no
Mm.
gauge on what she's going to do. So I'm more than anything excited to see what she does because I don't think Dan has yet to miss with a recommendation. We got
Yeah.
Wick, we got Liz. I mean, who else? Riley Lord. Okay. Anyway, that's okay. Um, all to say, I'm intrigued if nothing else to see what Ashland's gonna do.
Mm.
Um, okay. Now it is my turn again. Um, I keep going back and forth, but I think it's finally time to pick this person. I've kind of been letting this person slip down, and I am honestly, like, if you had told me, like, heading into the season, like, this person would be down in, technically speaking, the bottom half of the draft, I would have been like, no way in hell. Because I think this person is, like, so obviously, like, set up to do well. I'll be curious. My biggest thing with him is, like, is he gonna win, though? And that's what this draft is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I easily see this person making at least final six. Like that's like what my gut is telling me. I have just never seen this person play and
You
want
see, you
to
just don't know.
see him have like this killer instinct that I don't know why in my gut I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But I mean I'm good friends with this person. I again I think that they're apt to do well and go far. And if you're making it far, you've at least got a good chance of winning. I'm saying that as if I know anything that's going to happen on the season. Um but I'm gonna pick Caden. I think Caden's got a good chance here. I'm surprised he slipped this far down the list, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Caden.
Yeah, honestly, me too. I think Caden's been saying that he has a lot of free time because he's graduating and he's not doing anything, which I think could be good. A lot of time to dedicate towards talking to people and strategize and stuff like that. But I'm excited to see. 'Cause I think he's got some connections here as well, potentially. So we'll see. My turn. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. I think I was a little unsure of this person until today. And I feel like we got a lot of thoughts from them. And
Oh,
that person is Juan. Uh, Juan has a lot of thoughts in the cast from the videos, but also knows a lot of history as well, it seems like. At least the season 15 history from Tyler. Like under Ashland, he has knows Liz. Under Caden, he has knows Tyler. Under Riley, he has is a hot dogger like Sarah. Uh, so um, I think he's very perceptive and he's putting the work, which I think is great. I don't know much about Wanda beyond that, so I'm excited.
nice. I'm also really I'm just excited to see what Juan does. My favorite thing about hosting is like hosting people that have no experience in these types of games at all, and just like seeing what they especially if they're excited about the game. And Juan is definitely excited about the game. Um, it's so funny because Juan, in all of his intro videos and all of his like preseason PRs and conversations, I'm like, you are the nicest ever. Respectfully, how are you even friends with Tyler? Like, how are the two of you getting along so well? It's mean. And then he sends in this cast assessment that is still like so like it's coming off as nice, but it's like this person. I think I'd hate them in real life. They seem like they're a lot and they're bad. And I'm like, oh, that's how you're friends. Amazing. Yeah. Which I just found I found it so funny. Um, yeah, Juan's another person, kind of similar to Ashlyn, where I'm just like, and it's funny that I feel similarly about Juan and Ashlyn because Tyler and Liz are currently talking about trying to set them up in a final two, and I'm like, y'all don't be influencing this game. All to say, um, yeah, I'm just excited for like Juan to figure out this game. He's excited. He's watched seemingly at the very least our last two seasons. He's referenced 15 and 16 a lot in his diaries. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah. All right. Next pick.
Okay, my next pick. I'm stuck between. I mean, there's not a ton of options left. I think I know who I'm picking. This is another person I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I'm gonna say this about almost everyone. Like on average, I feel like we were so high about a lot of this cast heading into the season. Um, this person, I think the reason that they've slipped so far down the list is maybe because how much we've gotten from them in the preseason. However, with that being said, this is another person that every time like someone's asked about the past or whatever, like how's it going, and like I'll talk about it a little bit. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this is such a good get. This person's gonna be so great. Like so awesome that you got this person." And I'm like, "Okay, T." So I'm gonna trust the consensus of the group. I think it's a question of like, is this person like here to commit, here to play? And so I think this person's going to be relatively connected compared to most. Um, I think she's well liked from what I've seen in terms of what those connections are. Like it's not like connected and people are like, oh, like she's gonna be a threat and a problem. Gotta get rid of her. Like I think she's just gonna be a well liked person. Um, and I'll be interested to see what her game chances are once the game actually starts. So it's a little bit of a question mark, kind of like outside influence here.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna put Julia.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good pick. Um, Julia has a lot of experience, which I think is great, and experience with some of these people before, which I think is even better. She knows who to work with, who to stay away from, blah, blah, all that. Um, I think she's nice, and I think people like nice typically. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Julia. Right. I think kind of in the same vein, you were also we were talking about this, and I thought you were talking about this person instead. Uh, I think that Julian's
Oh, and
is so,
I think I know who you're gonna pick. Yeah.
well, I just said Julian.
Hmm.
I think Julian um, is someone who, when people say they're like,
Oh, we
oh,
must be on a delay.
yeah, yeah, a lot. Um, wait for it to catch up. Okay. Uh, Julian is someone who, when we, I feel like people are like, oh, Julian, like, I know him, like, all that kind of stuff. And, I feel like, oh, I didn't refresh it. He's kind of moved down because he's been a little unresponsive, maybe because he's been a little busy. But in my mind, he's still committed to being here. And um, people always talk about how great he is. And even people on the season, when they see him, they're like, oh, I know Jalen. So I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised saying this again. Like, I'm surprised he lasted this long.
Yeah, I have very high, like honestly, like expectations for Julian. I feel like I've seen his face around a few times. I feel like he's been following our page for a while. Um,
Mm.
and I am excited to see what he does. He definitely has a lot of experience under his belt. My biggest hesitation is honestly just the fact, like, I feel like consistently he was like one of the last to respond to making his diary room and then one of the last to get in his photos and his videos. And that's not always a telltale sign,
Yeah.
but
I feel like a lot of the times
compared to some
it's.
other people that I'm like, oh, like they're ready, they're in it.
Sorry, you
Go
can go.
on.
You can go. The delay is like 20 seconds here. This is really bad.
Okay, this delay is gonna be really bad. Um, so yeah, Julian, I have high hopes for. I want to see Julian do well. I just hope we see him like do it. And yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on Julian.
Yeah.
Um, okay, time for my final pick. Um, I will be picking this person. This person, I think, could go one of two ways. This person, fun fact, I don't know if you know this, Steven, but is a BB Snap winner and was someone that in the realm of like the BB Snap world, like I had looked out for to like DM at some point anyway, and they just kind of found us first, um, which was so exciting. Um, I, to me, I worry that they're gonna come in a little hot and could be pre-jury, kind of very much. Maybe I'm like just thinking this way because they kind of look the same, especially in their memory wall picture. But to me, it's giving Caden from season 14, um, where like I could see. I mean, spoiler alert: I'm picking Left Terry. Um, I feel like Left Terry could come in really strong, set himself up socially, be super liked, and that's awesome, hooray! Or he could do that and then it all comes crashing down because like he overplays his. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm like everything that we've gotten preseason should make me think like, oh, Terry's going to do well. I don't know why there's this gut feeling. Why do I think that you're just gonna unfortunately like get your hands in too many pockets? But he's won BB Snap. He has a good amount of experience. I am excited to see what he does. and I hope that my gut is wrong, that he could be one of our pre-jurors, not due to inactivity, due to overactivity, the opposite problem. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Terry, who by the way has the coolest name in the history of names.
Alefteros
But
Velanakis.
yeah, Um, anyway, Left Terry is on my team. And now you have two people left Terry to choose from.
Oh, yeah, but I'm gonna give
Yay,
my thoughts
puns.
first. I'm gonna give my thoughts first.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, that's not wasn't really a pun, but yeah. Uh, Left Terry, I think again, surprised he made it this long in the draft. Uh, I think he's got experience. I don't really know much about him, so I don't want to speak too much on him. But it's an interesting to me. So we'll see. Okay, now I have two people. Left.
Terry.
I I'm going to talk about both of them because I'm choosing between one of them and giving the other one. Caitlin, very good because she is a flop friend of Sean Beeman. Her name starts with K, like Chloe. And Sarah thought it was
And
so
Caitlin.
funny. And Sarah thought it was so funny that Sean got another one of his friends named Caitlin. The plan. And I feel like I'm still not getting much, which is worrisome, which is why I think I'm going to pick Citrus. Um, I
That's who
personally
I would have
thought,
picked as well.
I personally think Citrus is really very funny and enjoyed the editing and appreciated it. I don't know how other people will perceive that. We've already gotten some like hate it music from them. But I thought it was fair. So we'll see. No, no.
Yeah, we'll talk about both of them here, starting with Citrus. Probably who I would have picked of these two as well. Um, Actually enjoyed talking to Citrus in this preseason here. She's been like very good about getting everything in. Seems excited about the game. I think the only I think the main factor going against her is honestly how young she is in comparison to the rest of the cast. I just think that unfortunately, like I don't doubt that she can make some sort of headway into the game, but I unfortunately am not getting winner energy from Citrus. I'm not like I honestly don't think that Citrus is going to be one of like the first boot or two. Like I think that she has enough experience under her belt to know what to do and could make it to like a decent spot. But getting beyond that decent spot, like I kind of see her sitting in like a juror number 2 or 3 kind of placement. Um, which is why I ultimately chose like Lefterio for her because Lefterio, sure, I think could go a hell of a lot earlier than that, but I also think that he could go a lot further. And Citrus, I'm kind of getting middle of the pack vibes from
Mm.
initially, um, which is kind of why I steered away from picking Citrus. But with that being said, like I have really enjoyed talking to her in this preseason. Seems very fun, and I hope she's able to make a decent a decent shot at this. Now next up, our last pick of this draft. I was expecting this whole time to get Caitlin here in this spot. Which is totally fine and grand because I love the Friends of Sean Bierman. Um,
They really have started to add
with that being said, as soon as
like
I
a
opened her video, I was like, oh, it's Chloe.
they really have started to add a dynamic to the seasons. You know, they've become a staple of what our franchise is. Like for the past 4 or 5 seasons, you need to have one. And then you just be like they add almost a little bit like I wouldn't say comic relief, but
They
like
really have.
they add like that like what's going on dynamic, which I love.
Uh-huh. You always need a little bit of that what's going on dynamic. I compared to most, like even like thinking back to the past, compared to Kaylin of season 15 and Abby and Chloe, and especially Caroline preseason, like Kaylin has actually given us more than some of them did.
Hmm.
I just think that she's up against a pretty strong group here that's going to come out swinging, and I don't sense that Kaylin is someone that's going to come out swinging and like make social connections and like do it. So like I unfortunately, based on activity preseason as well as her knowledge of the game, do foresee like speaking of trends and filling a niche, one niche that they've kind of filled on these past new people seasons are third boot. Um, Slow the trend. Um, we'll see if a lovely 14th place continues the friend of Sean's friend here. But Taylor seems super nice. I'm interested to see what she's gonna do. But yeah, unfortunately, of this cast, like she's the person that I'm like, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna make it too far, but go off, girl. Um, so and yeah, that is our draft. We will see who comes out on top. I've got a good record, but this is definitely the season that I feel least confident in. I still cannot. I mean, I can believe it. I should have known it was going to happen, and I should have just like not tried to game the system. But I'm so mad
I
that
really
you
did it out
picked
of spite.
Jason.
I really did it out of spite.
Yeah, I
Just saying.
know you did, and I should have honestly expected you to do that more than anything. Like even if I was like, oh, like Steven might not be looking to pick Jason. Honestly, before this morning, Jason hasn't given a lot in his diary room. Like obviously, I was like, Jason hasn't really given anything in his diary room. Steven is gonna have off the radar. I'm not gonna mention him at all, and it's gonna be fine. And then he had to come in this morning in his diary room and mouth
No,
off
that is
all
not
these good
why. I
thoughts.
had that. I had
Um,
that planned before this morning. I said to
uh,
myself, I said, if you're not going to pick him first, then you're being stupid, and I'm going to take him. You're underestimating me.
um, and that's annoying. Because I do think that Jason is gonna do really well. And now I'm just mouthing off about my boyfriend. Anyway,
Okay. Well, that's
that's
that.
season 17. The game starts tomorrow. We're gonna have some duos assigned.
The game really started today. Today's
I'm
day
just super
zero.
excited to get day zero, first ever day zero. I think
Yeah. Well, we had season 8 had a little pre-day one, I would
season
say.
7 had a slightly anyway. All to
See,
say,
season 7 and 8 did because
well,
8.
didn't the coaches get them on the day before or
No, it was the morning of, but I think day 8 or season 8 we it was also the
the
day of,
morning
but
of?
we did the tempt with the tempted. It
I've never been tempted. Fun. Well, how about that? Look at us
was the first day zero.
revisiting our
Yeah.
past seasons. Anyway, I'm super excited for this. We'll see you at rankings number one.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yes.
That's
All
all.
right.
This delay is awful, but Steven, end the Zoom.
Uh,
Steven, end the Zoom.